How's it going, guys? So Jose back again with another video. Hear me raw, and like I think this is about to be the most vulnerable that I've gotten on this YouTube channel, and I feel so many different ways about so many different things going on in life right now. And hear me raw, it's about hearing me uncut, uncensored, unfiltered, and I feel like I've not been living up to that statement. Not everybody needs to go online and to share all their details, and to share all their life stories and what's going on in their lives. Not everybody needs to go online and share what's going on with them. But when you are at a place to where you have a lot of eyes on you and there's something going on that if you do, you know, make it public, it can help others. Right now, I'm making it very public about my ex-vegan story, about what happened to me during veganism. And while that happened, I found a lot of people. I found a lot of people that had gone through the same thing. I watched a lot of videos and seen a lot of people that went through the same thing, and I really felt for those people. I really did, and I cried because the pain they were feeling, I went through it too. And there's another thing going on in my life that I don't really share this. There are some people that do know. There are some people that have kind of like, from my hints and everything like that, from the things that I shared, they've pieced the puzzle together. And like, it's something that growing up in a religious household that makes it very hard for me to talk about, and I feel that I need to do this for myself. 2020, I feel this is a reset year for me. This is a year for me. I'll say 2020, 11, 2. Actually, I think 2018 is when it truly started. 2018, because you have 2, 3 plus 8. That's 11. 11. The gates are opening. 11. That number right there. It's an awakening number. That's why when you see 1111, that means the truth is coming. The veil is thinner, and it's just like things are being revealed. So 2018, a lot of things were revealed. And 2020 for me, I feel 2020 was really about putting the work in. At least for me, in my stance, 2 plus 2 is 4. 2022 020 2 plus 2 is 4. It was about putting the work in, and I've been working my ass off this year more than anything. 2018, I think I was more so just like in the woods, going out to nature, exploring my thoughts, exploring, doing meditations, fasting, doing all that kind of stuff, really trying to like discover who I am and what's going on inside of me. And I feel like this year I'm being pushed more and more to reveal something about myself that I believe will help a lot of people. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I've been afraid to talk about this publicly. And my family, I don't even think that my family knows, and I don't know if they're gonna watch this video or not. I don't even know if they really watch my YouTube channel because I've just been, for the most part, it's been about veganism. Um, but this is something that I feel like I do need to share. And the thing about it is, it's like a lot of people will say, oh, it's nobody's business. It's nobody's business. It's nobody's business. But when you are being erased, when something about you and something that you are really proud of too, something that you're proud of is being erased, it's like it doesn't exist. It hurts, and the research is already out there. So I'm just gonna go out and say it. At the beginning of the video, there was tears. Like I cry. I have cried. I cried on Instagram a couple times, and that's the thing too. In the last 5 years, I've been crying more, and I think that's something that men need to do more. Men need to release their emotions. When I'm at work, I talk to some of my coworkers about what's going on in their lives, and I try to be there for them, especially the men, because the men really have nobody to talk to. And I think men need to start talking to other men. Men need to take some responsibility away from the women, because us men, we can't keep running to women whenever we're dealing with something. We need to learn how to deal with our emotions, and the woman can't be the only one that is gonna back us up. And sometimes the women are not even able to do so because of how society is, how society sees feminine energy, how the attack on the feminine. And that's why what I'm talking about is so prevalent. So I'm gonna say it right now. So today I'm coming out as bisexual. Alright, so and I want to say a couple things about that. Me coming out as bisexual. I'm not. One reason why I didn't want to come out as bisexual and I didn't really want to put it out there is because I feel like there's a lot of stigma when it comes to bisexuality. And I grew up in a very religious household, going to church every single Sunday. And I'm a Pisces. I'm a Pisces Sun, Gemini rising. So I'm very big on subconscious, and like I'm a sponge. If I'm somewhere, I take in that information no matter what. I just take it and I hear it, and I can bring it back like that. Photographic memory. I just take it. So in my body, in my subconscious mind, for the first 7 years of my life, a lot of religious things were told onto me, were put on into my soul, and I still cannot. I still have those things in me. I still have those things in me, and I don't like it. It's not how I want to be. It's not the life I would have chosen. I remember when I was when I was young. My little brother, man, he's so brave. He's so, he inspires me. He's out and he's living his life and he's doing good. But for me, like, I've been too afraid to, and and now that I've done the research, I'm learning more so as to why I've been afraid to as well. Both. I remember there's a lot of memories about me when I was younger that I don't remember, and I feel like a lot. Part of the reason why I don't remember some of them too, because some of them are coming back to me now that I'm eating meat again. Some of those memories are coming back to me. But being vegan for a while, I felt like I was kind of losing that connection. It's like I was like, it's like, who was that person? Like, eventually towards the veganism thing, I didn't even know. I didn't. I was so disconnected from my past that I thought that person, that little child from Haiti, was a whole other person. But now I'm realizing like that little child from Haiti has been coming out. When you're young and you go through traumatic experiences, you hide your mind will hide some of those things. It will hide it from you, and then you can unpack it later. And in life lately, I've been going through, using the plant medicines, cannabis, ayahuasca, and so on to really dive deep into my soul and doing some research too, realizing that going through a Kundalini awakening, my Kundalini awakening kind of started when, for me, it happened when I got my kidney stones. I was hospitalized, and yeah, when that happened, man, I kind of prayed to God. I was like, God, if you get me out of here, like if I can make it through this, I'm gonna make some changes. And after that, a lot of changes were made. I went raw vegan for a while, and then went back to eating cooked foods, and I started going out to nature, started meditating, started fasting, doing all these things, meeting so many different people. I actually was going out into the world. Before that, I was just kind of minding my own business, and that's the thing too. I was minding my own business. I was just I was working, just doing the regular thing that everybody else does. I wasn't really questioning what was going on around the world. I wasn't going out into nature. I wasn't like kind of diving deep into my mind. I wasn't doing any of that. So yeah, when I started, that opened up a lot of things for me. And yeah, so the Kundalini awakening, and if you look into that, a lot of things happen when you do that. And for me, I feel like, so my inner child was really coming back. A lot of things that happened in my childhood started coming back to me, and I've had some of the weirdest experiences. I think I posted on my Twitter how it seems like in the Western world, a Kundalini awakening or spiritual enlightenment, when that happens around here, they see it as a disease, and they're gonna give you pharmaceuticals. They're gonna drug you. They're gonna think that you're crazy. And there are many cultures around the world that still do this. Luckily, I was lucky enough to be able to use the law of attraction to really find people. Because when it was time for me to interact with these plant medicines, those people, they found me. They found me. They truly did. They found me. Like, I asked for it. I'm like, okay, I'm ready to do. I remember I was like, I'm ready to do ayahuasca. Universe, please give me a source and how I can do ayahuasca. And somebody found me, and I was able to do ayahuasca. And I've done other plant medicines too. Like, but it's all been through the law of attraction. You know, and it's been a magical experience. It's been like seeing the numbers. For me, it started with seeing 69. I know that I'm speaking about a bunch of different things, but it's all connected. I'm a Pisces, all right? It's what we do. Everything is connected for us. I feel like the world doesn't really understand how Pisceans work, and we have to do a better job at explaining ourselves. But as Pisces, we tend we're very hard on ourselves, and when we're trying to bring about a message, like while bringing out the message, we start doubting ourselves. We start thinking that we're fake. We start thinking that we're not real. We start thinking that maybe we're not even equipped to talk about this. And yet people come to us all the time with questions, and they want our advice. They want to know they want to know how they want to know something. And Pisceans are able to give you that something. We are. For some reason I'm able to bring things out of nowhere. Sometimes I don't even have knowledge, but I'm able to bring it out to people. And I'm able to say the right thing to somebody at the right time for some odd reason. Someone will ask me a question, next thing you know, a call will drop out with a number, and then that number will have the answer to the question that that person is asking. You know, I'll be thinking about something, and boom, there it is right there. And the thing is, it's not just happening with me. I've had people next to me witness the same thing. So like, if luckily, like I said, I did not get hospitalized, nobody gave me any drugs or anything like that, you know, to try to, I would say, to try to trap my spirit. And it's really been a coming out year for me, and a year of really releasing my spirit. And reason why I'm doing this video is because I feel like if I don't allow myself to live my truth, that I'm gonna die, and take that message to you as well. So whatever you feel you need to say, whatever you feel you need to release, whatever that it may be, release it, talk about it, because it will kill you. Whatever's under the surface will come. So, and it's really important for us to live our truth. So I'm coming out as bisexual. After doing some research, I see that it's very important. If you compare bisexuals to gays and lesbians, you see like the predicament that we are in. Most of society does not believe that we exist. That's the big thing. By erasure. Like, even in the LGBT community, we're not accepted. And it seems to be like a freaking pattern in my life of something of not being accepted. It's like I feel like my whole life I've just been trying to be accepted. I've been trying to be what I need to be in order to be accepted. That's why like lately in my life I grew out my hair, I grew out my beard, partly because like I was done playing dress up. I was done shaving and working out and doing all these things and being manly and la la la. I was done doing all that just so that I could be accepted, just so that just so that a woman would find me and blah blah blah, and we would get married, have kids, and live that regular life. Like, there's this box that they want you to fit in, and I'm not about that. I said fuck it. No, like, you don't want to hire me because I have a beard, then I don't want to work with you. You don't want to hire me because I got dreads, then I don't want to work with you. You don't want to be friends with me because I'm bisexual, then fuck you. And because growing up in a religious household and being told like if you're gay, whatever, yet that you're gonna go to hell. As a kid, I took that very strongly. I truly believed that I would go to hell. And seeing how, because I was able to hide it very well. That's the thing is, with bisexuality, you're attracted to both genders, or to multiple genders. So you're able to hide it. You're able to blend in because you're attracted to the other gender. Gay people are not able to blend in. They don't like pussy. They don't want to do anything. They don't want that. Like gay men, they don't want pussy. They're like, that's not their thing. For me, I like both. And that seems to be a problem. And they say that you're greedy. There's a song called Bisexual Anthem. You should look into it. She kind of explains it very well. I'm really not well versed in the subject because I ignored that aspect of myself for so long that, I'm not that well versed in it. But I do feel that I need to do this video. So for my own mental health, because of the fact that even in the LGBT community that bisexuals are not accepted, even though the LGBT, the B in there stands for bisexual, but bisexuals have felt erased. They go into those communities and they feel like they don't have a space, they call them greedy, they call them sluts. That's not a thing. I don't want to come out as bisexual and then have people fetishize me and want to have sex with me or whatever, or think that I'm attracted to them or that I'm trying to get at them. I'm a person like I'm very flirtatious. Not even flirtatious. I'm nice. I love to make people smile. I love to compliment people, and I love to make them feel good. That's my thing. Like making somebody smile, that just does things for me. Like it's just like, yeah, like because I know life is tough. I know, I've been through a lot of things. I've been through a lot of sad nights, and I've seen a lot of things too. As a Pisces, people literally just come to me and tell me their life story. I don't know what it is. I wish I could see what y'all see when y'all look at me. I really wish I could, because I don't know what y'all see sometimes. Because I don't know, the most random people will come to me and they'll feel comfortable enough to tell me things. And I'm just like, why are you telling me this stuff? Like, why? What about me makes you want to tell me this stuff? You know? And I think I talk about, like, being erased and how it's a pattern in my life. You look at the Black Lives Matter movement. Skin color, yeah, I'm black. So in society, like, we have been like, people, like, they realize, oh shit, the system was built to work against us. The system was built to keep us down. But for me, I'm pretty smart, so that even though the system was built to bring us down, like, that's not gonna affect me, because I don't care. Like, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Luckily, I'm educated, I'm smart, so I don't feel that racism really affected me in any way. Um, but another thing about being erased, not only am I black, but I'm Haitian. And for a long, long time, Haitians were looked down upon. Haitians were looked down upon by everybody, including African Americans, including black people. Black people would look down on Haitians. That's why when I first came to America, I used to say I'm not black, I'm Haitian, because they looked down on me. They made fun of me. People thought I was doing voodoo. And now I'm embracing voodoo too. I don't do voodoo, but I'm embracing it. Voodoo is the reason why Haiti was able to get their independence. So the way that we were able to free ourselves, we were the first Black republic to get our independence, and we paved the way for others to get their independence. We did all that, and yet, who's helping us? Who's helping my country? Who? Nobody's helping my country. And I'm over here in America, and while my country is suffering, and I'm helping out all these motherfuckers. I'm helping out so many people, giving my heart and soul to people. That's how Haitians are, man. We really do. We've given our souls to help people. We work so fucking hard, but we don't get no credit, and we don't get no help. It's 3 o'clock in the fucking morning. I'm cussing because I can. It's my platform. It's a lot I've been keeping in, yo. There's a lot that I've been keeping in. I feel like I've been keeping in a lot, and a lot of it that I've been keeping in is just, I feel like the world maybe is not ready. And I said, like, that's how I feel. I feel like the world is not ready for my truth. I feel like the world is not ready for what I'm saying, but I think the world is ready for it. But part of me is that, like, for me, like I said, this coming out, I'm doing it for me, and I'm allowing it to be public because I don't know. I guess that's what I'm destined to do. I'm destined to publicize my findings. I'm destined to be in the public eye. I'm destined for that, and it's not an easy thing at all. But people are suffering, man. Like, people are suffering out here. You do the research, and like, I can't, like, especially after I've done the research and I've seen what's going on, and I felt it within myself. I can't just sit back and not say anything. And people's true colors have really been coming out lately. People's true colors really have been coming out. I've given a lot, yo. I've given a lot. What do I have to show for it? I I can't keep walking around and, without living my truth. And to be honest, like, I'm very divided. And a lot of bisexuals and gays as well, they deal with, you know, internalized biphobia or internalized homophobia because of the world. Like you've seen what happens. You've seen kids get kicked out of their houses for being gay or bisexual. You've seen parents do that. How does a parent do that to their children? Like the shit that I see happening to children in this world, it's horrifying. It's nasty. It's disgusting. And when you do that to a child, that child's gonna do fucked up things because you're fucking with, like, you know, I work at Walmart and I haven't seen it so much lately, and I'm so happy that I haven't. But like seeing parents hit their children in front of you, man. Like I was ready to fight them parents, man. Like, oh, so you want to hit this little kid? You want to fight me too? I'll fight you. But why don't you fight someone your own size? How is it that we allow fucking giants to terrorize these little kids? Yell at them, hit them, and do all this stuff, and they come out the womb, they come out from source, and you want to control them, and you want to tell them how to live their lives. You want to be small-minded. That's the thing too. Small-mindedness. It's small-mindedness. They think that everybody needs to be straight, a heteronormativity, and all that bullshit. Toxic masculinity, all of it. Like you see, the world's going crazy over little shit. I'm done, man. I have to speak. And whatever consequences come from it, they come from it. Like you see, you're in this world where everyone's trying to look good and trying to act like their life is perfect, but it ain't. Life doesn't need to be perfect for you to admire it. It does not need to be perfect at all. Life can be totally terrifying and sad, whatever, but you can still enjoy it. You can still be grateful to be here. You know, through my veganism, I came close to death, and now I'm grateful to be alive. And that's why, too, I don't want to waste any more time. I feel like now that this stuff is coming out, I just have to release it, and I feel better upon releasing it. Like, it's stagnant energy for me if I don't release it. And I'm tired of having to, like, watch how I move so that people don't get, like, either offended or weirded out or whatever. I don't want you. I don't want nobody. Like, I love me. I'm learning to love myself. I'm doing things for me for the first time. As a Pisces, like, I met this customer one time at work, man. She was an older Pisces. And I almost cried with her that day, man. She was telling me what she was going on. And I've seen a lot of Pisces go through it, too. I've seen a lot of Pisces shut themselves down in order to allow the people around them to thrive, to feel better. And we don't, that martyr, is it called being a martyr, you know? And I can't do that anymore. I really can't. I can't keep quiet. I can't be what you want me to be. Another customer I met was like, yo, we were just like talking. This was another Pisces. And the Pisces were deep, yo. We're so fucking deep. Deepest waters. Deepest ones. Deepest ones. Right? And we're just talking and, like, you know, just chatting, shooting the shit. And I'm just like chatting with them. And we kind of go deep. I tell them about some of the dreams that I've had. Like, I had a dream about a watermelon once. And in the dream, the watermelon was kind of shaped like a fetus. And then the next day I went to the store, I found that watermelon. And I knew, I was like, you know what? Let me look into that watermelon thing. I bet you I'm going to find this watermelon in here. And I did. And I told him that stuff, and he was like, whoa. And then, you know what he said, though? He was like, oh, I think you need some help. You need to go see a therapist. I'm like, nah, man. Like, I like how I am. I don't need to see no therapist. I like how I am. The West is over here trying to freaking shut this shit down. They're trying to get everybody to be just robots, and I'm not about that. I'm a live person. I'm a lively person, you know? I was at a party recently, and there was this Virgo that was there, and she was talking shit about Pisces. And I'm like, why you talk shit about Pisces for? Like, but like, in my mind, I'm like, you never met a Pisces like me, though. You never met a Pisces like me. Because I met a lot of other Pisces. There's not many like me. There's two of them like me that I freaking love out in Boston. Dooley, he's a shaman, the urban shaman. He's amazing. Pisces. Yoga Mike, my yoga teacher. So Dooley taught me Reiki, and Yoga Mike taught me yoga. And I'm so grateful for them. And I'm so glad that I ran into them, because like for me, like a lot of Pisces that I was running into was just like they were a nervous wreck, or they were just straight up just perverts, or like or they were just like really into a lot of like just drinking, like heavy drinkers. I'm just like, But like that's not me. That's not me at all. Not only that, I don't think I've ever met like another bisexual Pisces either. And I feel like my bisexuality allows me to tap into the masculine and the feminine equally, you know? And so I've always had that. So for me, that has always led to me having empathy. And I've always had an inner voice with me all my life to keep me from doing wrong. And the only times that I would do wrong is when I would feel hurt by others, or just like, because they say nice guys finish last. And when you have that empathetic ability, and then you have, and in Pisces, like I said, we tend to put ourselves down in order to allow others to grow. So we think we do that. But guess what? In this world, that kind of attitude, you get taken advantage of. Like the other Piscean customer I told you about, like she was telling me that in her 40s, in her late 40s, she's finally learning how to take care of herself. She's finally learning how to speak up for herself. She's finally learning this. And I don't want to wait that long to learn how to do it. I don't want to wait that long. And there was this video I was watching yesterday, and I loved it because one of the advice was like, when you're raising your children, don't raise your children in a way that to make your children feel that they need to be liked by everybody, because that can put them in a trap. So going around trying to be liked by everybody. In my vegan stage, I really was trying to be liked by everybody, and that hurt me. And now I'm speaking my truth, and it's hurting some people. People are pissed at me, but fuck it. Like, you are not in my bed at night. You are not in my bed at night. So for me to take your truth and live it, and then not be able to sleep at night, are you gonna come and cuddle me? Are you gonna come and give me some cannabis to help me sleep? Are you gonna pay my medical bills if I can't sleep and I get anxiety from not living my truth?